All right, guys, I have finally finished my third project, which is my saltwater mixing station. I use this to actually take water from my RODI system and add salt and mix it for my reef aquarium. To do a reef aquarium, you gotta have really good water. You just don't want to take it from the tap. So it's got to go through a lot of filtration. So what I do is I bring in water from the house, and it comes on that red line into this pump. And this pump will push it through these 3 filters. One's a sediment and 2 carbon blocks, which will remove some of the bigger particles and take away some of the odors and chlorine and whatnot before hitting these membranes. And these membranes actually, they do the majority of the work. They take out about 99% of everything. From this point, it will go through these RODI canisters, and these basically are exchanging hydrogen and hydroxide positive and negative molecules for good molecules. So it's kind of like a final polishing stage before it actually enters the container. And it measures that by TDS. So if you were to look at this, oops, let's turn that on. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Currently we've got about 6 TDS. The goal is to have 0. So if you look at the final stage, and again, can't tell if you can see this, but it's at 0, which is ideal, which is what we want. So anyways, it goes into this freshwater side storage tank from Tractor Supply, which is super expensive, but I made a real good deal on it. And it'll store it in this tank until I'm ready to use it. And when I'm ready to use it, I'll take this fresh water and I will turn this valve on. This is on now. Normally that would be closed. Having both of these closed keep the water from flowing in either direction. But I would turn this valve on, make sure that valve is closed, and what it'll do is it'll force it into this pump. And this is a DC pump, super quiet. It's actually running now. Can't even hardly hear it. It'll take the water, pump it up into this saltwater side. Currently it's fresh water until I add salt, but this is the saltwater side. What I'll do is I'll add salt to this, and close this valve, or open this valve, I'm sorry, and then make sure that one's closed. And what it'll do is it'll circulate the salt water, so up, down, and around. And I'll do that for several hours, if not most of the day, to mix the salts. Once everything is said and done, I can basically gravity feed this. So if I need water, I can just turn this on. The pump doesn't have to be on, and fill a bucket. Or I put a quick disconnect here so I can connect a hose. I can open that valve, turn the pump on, and pump the water all the way to my tank. So that is the gist of it. And this here is the DC pump module, so I can control how quickly it pumps. Anyways, next step is actually getting some sand for my tank, which I get from Tampa Bay Saltwater. It's live sand from the bottom of the ocean. It'll help seed the tank, so it'll put life into it basically and help it cycle quicker. So when that part comes, I will share it with you guys. Anyways, thank you, bye.